Hi, I'm Liz. I'm currently almost 120 days sober from my addiction, and I wanted to make this video saying, is being sober really worth it? Now you're probably thinking being 118 days clean from self-harm, yeah, it's worth it. What I'm telling you is, sometimes it may be, but most of the time, no, it does not feel worth it whatsoever. I started self-harming in 2010, digging my nails into my legs till they literally bled, and purposely trying to hurt myself. The last time I cut myself with a pencil sharpener blade was absolutely just awful for me. I remember telling my mom that I relapsed, and I felt like I was never going to get better. And the truth is, do I feel like I'm getting better? I honestly don't know. The urge is always going to be there for me. I mean, it's been 15 years. I'm always going to get an urge when I'm in a bad place saying, hey, I need a release. I need to cut myself. That's not going to go away. I know that. However, does the urge get a little easier over time? Sometimes. Recovery is not easy. It is not just a straight path. There are going to be relapses. I know that. There are going to be times when I just need to see my blood. I need to see my blood, and I need to release by seeing my blood. Because literally self-harm doesn't work for me unless I see blood. I need to see my blood for me to calm down. And as disgusting as it sounds, that is what these 15 years has done to me. And I literally never thought I was gonna be clean for this long. I honestly thought that I would never be able to stay clean, and that I'm never going to get better. And I can say I don't know if that's true anymore, because I am trying my hardest not to self-harm, not to relapse, because when I did, it was absolute hell. I hurt my mom so badly, and I do not want to do that to her ever again. And I know with my boyfriend, when I cut myself, he is beyond devastated when I cut myself, and I don't want to put him through that. So I am mostly trying to stay clean for my boyfriend, because there is not a word to describe how devastated he is when I cut myself. He is beyond devastated, because I told him before we started dating, I self-harm. I want to be open. I self-harm. I don't want to lie to you and say I don't, because I do, and I've been self-harming for this long. But nothing would have prepared me for how he would react. He wouldn't get mad. He was just devastated that I would do that to myself. And in all honesty, I just never want to see him like that. I don't want him to be feeling like that while we're in this relationship. So, yeah. I think I reach 119 days tonight. So, by like 5, I'm pretty sure. But I wanted to make this video because if you're struggling with relapsing or your addiction, just know sometimes it may not feel worth it. Like, it will not feel worth it most of the time. It really, really won't. But for that little bit of happiness, or that little bit of proudness you get for saying, I have been sober, I am clean, is sometimes worth it. But, so, is being sober worth it? It really, really depends. It really, really depends. Because, honestly, like, me not self-harming just doesn't feel like me being myself. Like, I have been self-harming for so long, I feel like without it, I'm not who I am. I know that sounds dumb. I know that sounds like crazy. But really, I've been self-harming for so long that I feel like I need it to be myself. And it's just not worth it. It really isn't. So, yeah. And honestly, I've been really insecure about my scars lately. Like, very insecure about them. I have scars, like, all over my wrist. Like, I have a lot of scars. And some are not very noticeable, but on my left arm, I have 3 that are very, very noticeable. And I've never been the type to be insecure about my scars, but now I don't know why, but they just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm sober. I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to cover them to just, I don't know. I don't know. I've just been so insecure about them lately, and I just don't know what to do. So I just cover them up because I don't want to be judged. I wasn't the type of person who felt like bad about my scars, but now that I think about it, I just don't want to be judged for something I couldn't control. When you self-harm, you've been self-harming for this long, you can't control it. You cannot control the thoughts. You cannot control and say, no, I'm not going to do this. It is insanely difficult to say that. Insanely difficult. So if you self-harm for however long and you feel like you cannot stop, that's okay. It's okay. I've been there. I'm still somewhat there. It takes everything out of me to stop myself. Like, I feel worse stopping myself than I do doing it. But I know that I want to get better. I want to just not relapse. I want to have a life where I'm not cutting myself till I bleed. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, this was kind of a graphic video. I just needed to get this out. Thanks for watching. Bye.